Morning, guys. My name is Zach Devine from Frank Fletcher Toyota. Brent invited me down here today to go over what I've done to be successful in the car business as quick as I have. So I've been selling for 2.5 years and averaging about 28 cars a month. So three of the biggest things that I want to talk about today are owning your own business, digital and non-digital marketing, and then branding yourself and why that's important. So hopefully today, when you leave here, you'll have a better knowledge of what you need to do to be more successful in the car business today and not years from now.
Well, first, guys, I'd like to say this is out of character for me. I'm not very good at public speaking. I'm very nervous. So I'm gonna do the best I can. I hopefully teach you guys or help you learn something that I've done that can help bring you guys success. I've never really been the best at anything. I've never excelled at anything in life. I've always done okay. But whenever I came into car sales, Brent actually forgot, I worked at our Ford store back in 2013 for about 5 months. I sucked, failed, sold about 4 to 5 cars a month. And when I left the car business, it was the management staff's fault, it was the location's fault, all the guys at the top got all the leads, there was no training, they made it where I couldn't succeed. That was my thoughts when I walked out of that door in July of 2013 at Frank Fletcher Ford. Standing here 5 years later, I could not have been more wrong. The only person that didn't provide me training was me. The only person that didn't provide myself business was me. The only person that had a bad attitude was me. So whenever I got the call from a good friend that said, hey, I got the service advisor position, I want you to come apply for it, I told him no. I said, absolutely not. I told you I was done with the car business. I'm not going back. He says, man, this is completely different than sales. I think you'd do really good at it. Come interview as a personal favor for me. So obviously I went to that interview. I met with Ryan Childers, our service manager at Toyota. Met the guy, loved the guy, accepted the position on the spot. Fast forward 2 years later, prior to coming into sales, I went to every other Saturday morning sales meeting. I didn't have to. I wasn't told to. I actually went to Jim Adams, our general manager, and asked if I could come learn. I started reading Jonathan Dawson. James can tell you, we went to a couple of sales conferences together. I started doing what it took to become a master at the business before I came into the business. And what I noticed was I'd come into these meetings at 8 o'clock in the morning on Saturdays, and I'd be there at 7:45, and I'm like, I'm ready to hear this message. Let's go. And then I'd watch the sales step. And like I'd watch some guy be like tucking his shirt in, and one guy would be rubbing his eyes, another guy would be talking about how much he drank last night. And I'm like, I can do this. This is easy. All I gotta do is be better than these guys. I got this. So I had all this self-doubt in my head though, because I'd failed already. So I talked to Maxwell, he's the new car manager, a good friend of mine, and he's like, you know, you're ready. And I just felt like I wasn't. Well, one day in May, Jim Adams comes back to the service department and he goes, hey, we're going to lunch today. I'm like, okay. I said, why are we going to lunch for? He says, well, we need to talk about your future. I said, all right. So I sat down with Jim. I had been mentoring with Jim every Thursday at 5 o'clock. And then I'd been going to every meeting. He asked me what I'd been doing. I told him what I'd be doing. And he said, all right, you're ready. You start June 1st. And I mean, I'm floored. I've got a 1.5-year-old baby. You know, my family depends on me. I'm scared to death. But Jim looked at me and said, you're ready. I went through training in June. I walked onto the sales floor July 1st of 2015. I sold 31 units, 15 fresh ups, 16 referrals. And that was my first month in the car business. I started by building a brand. That's the biggest thing. But I just want to let you guys know that if you want to be successful, I can show you how to do it on social media. I can show you what I've done. The biggest thing that happened with me was I made that decision that I was going to be successful. When I came back to the car business, I was like, I'm gonna do whatever it takes. I'm gonna work harder than everyone else, and I'm going to be the best in our auto group. Now, I don't know, you may see, there will be people that sell 20, there'll be people that sell 30. I feel like I've still got a lot of growing to do. There's people out there in the nation, if you look around, there's people out there selling, there's a guy who sells 100 cars a month. He has 1,000 cars delivered for the year already. That to me, that just tells me, some people are like, oh, there's no way you can do it. That's impossible, blah, blah, blah. I look at it and go, hey, that's an opportunity for me to grow. If he's doing it, I can do it. I just gotta figure out how. I gotta figure out where to put the work in. But with that being said, I just wanted to let you guys know that any of you can do this. You just have to put the work in to do it. And you have to make that decision that you're not gonna just be a car salesman anymore. You're gonna be a true sales professional, and you're gonna walk in every day, ready to go, every day to give the best service that you can give to your customer. You have to do that before anyone's gonna listen to you on social media. With that being said, I'm probably gonna ask you to do something that most don't ask you to do in a meeting. If you guys could all pull out your phones. Does everybody have Facebook? Anybody not have Facebook? You guys don't? Are you guys sales? You're not sales? Manager? Are you in sales? Why would, just, not to point you out, you're the only guy. Why would you not have Facebook?
It's a long story.
Okay. Can you get Facebook? Are you open to getting Facebook?
I am. My wife
Okay.
might not like it
Okay, well, I will not be covering that. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna roll past that. But if you could pull up your Facebook, if you're a customer, what does your Facebook say? Can I tell that you're in sales? Can I tell what you do? You know, if you were a customer scrolling through your Facebook, would you buy a car from you? You know, my Facebook is nothing but my cars and my family. I put nothing that can be confrontational on there. I don't talk about politics. I don't talk about religion. I don't comment on a lot of things that I'd like to comment on because I want to stay so neutral on it, because that's where 75% of my business comes from. So it's a business decision in doing that. I'm not saying that's what you have to do, but it's what I did, and it's what I've done to remain successful. I've never had anybody get mad at me on Facebook, so I think I've done a pretty good job with that. So just look at your page and see what it says about you. You have to get out of, so many times all we talk to a lot of times is other salesmen, and you'll find yourself using, you know, the car vocabulary. And so when you have a situation, all of a sudden you go back to that vocabulary and you automatically can sour your mood. You're like, oh man, here we go again. This guy's 10 grand upside down, da 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 da. You know the conversations you have when you go back inside. The thing of it is who's gonna be the one that says, hey man, don't worry about it, it happens, I can help you. Let's set up a plan, let's sit down. Let me show you how you got here, and let me show you how we're gonna get you out, and let me show you how we're gonna make sure that you don't get back there. Who are you gonna buy a car from the next time? Who are you gonna give a referral? I'm not giving a referral to the guy who kicks me down the street. With that question being asked, remember that when you're on Facebook, remember that. Run it like it's your own business. So, next thing what I wanna go over is your digital marketing versus your non-digital marketing. because you do have to have both. The hottest thing right now is Facebook and everything like that, but you have to have both. So what are some examples of digital marketing?
Social media.
But kind of breaking it down. So Facebook,
Twitter,
Twitter,
Snapchat, Instagram.
hey, I've sold 3 cars off of Snapchat.
Instagram.
I know.
We're gonna go ahead and skip MySpace. I think he's out. You have TV,
YouTube.
YouTube, very good. Okay, that gives a good base there. What about non-digital? Any of you guys use any non-digital marketing?
Postcards.
Anything else you guys can think of?
Phone call.
Phone call. Phone call. How many of you guys like getting phone calls? You like getting, like getting? How many of you, if you have the option, do you text or do you call?
Text.
Okay. Do you guys use a lot of email?
Yes.
So, the only time I call a person is if they want to be called. That is kind of off topic, but figure out how your customer wants to communicate. Because once you figure out how they want to communicate, they're going to listen to your message. Whether that be Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram. One of the most common problems I have at times is I don't have any information. I don't know the customer's phone number. I don't know their address. I don't know anything. And then I'll walk up to the tower and they'll be like, hey, you don't have any information here. I'm like, yeah, I got their Snapchat name. Does that, you know, put that in there? And they're like, so I mean, like, I don't get that until I need it. Because customers like to shop anonymously. That's why the first buying step that your customers will take is not clicking on the internet or anything like that. It's walking through your front door. Now they may have put an internet lead in, but they didn't buy the car on the internet. They're gonna come in, but they want to shop anonymously because they don't want people bothering them. So when you figure out how they want to communicate, that's when they're gonna respond. So sometimes you can say, man, I've been calling this guy for 2 months, he won't answer. Well, no kidding. Did you text him? Did you ask him how he wants to communicate? So figure that out, and you'll see more success just in that point. So business cards, pins. What else? What else do you guys think of?
Hats.
Hats.
Cups.
Okay, so pretty good base there. How many of you guys are using these? Marketing got stuff on there. How many of you are using these? You guys got, I mean, you have to have 3 or 4 in both sections. And you're not gonna have this tomorrow. Whenever I started out, I didn't really know what I was doing. I just knew I was gonna do a lot and hope that it all worked out. And, you know, it all came together well. So, but I didn't start out with 10 of these. The biggest thing you can do is kind of pick something that you're really good at and then be the best at it. So if your knack is video, which Alan, you have a microphone, you have this, I asked you to use it for your customers and you're like, no. First thing that goes in my head, you obviously are passionate about this, you like this, because I don't have any of this stuff. So my question to you would be, why don't you? Because you would be someone that the first thing I would tell you to do is let's build you a YouTube channel. I don't have a lot on YouTube. I'm again, like I said, I'm nervous doing this. I'm not a guy that likes video. I know I should do more video. I will do more video. However, I haven't. So my YouTube presence isn't a lot, but I have, just with the little amount of videos that I have, what I've chosen to do, I have actually sold a car from Texas, Iowa, and Wisconsin off of YouTube. The customers drove to me past countless amounts of other dealerships and bought a vehicle from me. So, this right now in our day and age is huge. The thing to remember on social media, if you are going to do a video, 45 seconds is your target. Think about it. Watch a video on YouTube. Go get on YouTube right now. Watch a video. When you click out of it, look at how much time it is. It's always between 45 seconds and a minute and 15. If it's either something that's not highly entertaining or the message doesn't pertain to you, you will click out of it. So that's how long you've got my attention for. So if you are going to do videos, make sure they're short. The next thing I want to talk about here, and this is all going to tie together, is branding. So, does Frank Fletcher have a brand? I think we've probably all heard Frank's message on the whole. Frank has a message that he wants to put out, that he wants to make car buying easy. He wants it to be easy for you to come in and drive a car. He wants it to be easy that you can come through, drive through our lot, and you don't have to come in and get a salesman to ask a price for the car because it's on the windshield. I don't know if you guys have ever went and secret shopped or went and looked at other dealerships. That's not always the case. So that's a big deal to your customers. And don't forget to explain that when you're telling them that this is the green tag, this is the hit list. Because we kind of get it in our head that, you know, that's just what it is. But when they're going to other stores, sometimes they have to give countless of pieces of information just to get a price on a vehicle. So that's a battle you've already won from the moment that they've walked in. So branding is from a standpoint of a salesperson. What can you do to brand yourself? What sets you apart from anyone else? Exactly. You wear a cowboy hat. That's something that's different. Brent said, guys bought 5 F-150s from people and they can't remember their salesperson's name. That sounds like a salesperson that's failed to me. My customers don't forget my name. Because when they leave, they're gonna get 2 pins that say Zach Devine, and it's all fine when you go with Devine. They're gonna get an air freshener. These haven't been working out too well, so don't waste your money on these. They get a keychain that has Zach Devine, my phone number, and it's all fine with Devine. I didn't have any, I'm actually out of them, but they get stickers that go on the inside of the door and on the inside of the gas tank that say, "Thank you for purchasing a vehicle from Zach Devine," and they have my number. The importance of that is that when they need a service appointment, when they wreck their car, when their car won't start, I don't want them to call Toyota Roadside Assistance. I don't want them to call the service department. I want them to call me. Because when I help that person get in touch with roadside assistance, or I help that person when they're sitting on the side of the road and they go, "I don't know what to do," and they call me and I fix that issue, do you think I have a customer for life at that point? Do you think that they're gonna send me their friends and family? So, it's so important to realize that you're a brand. And you can set yourself apart. James, you used to do the $2 bill, right?
Yeah, $2 bill in the gas
In
tank.
the gas tank.
With the sticker, yeah.
How many calls did you get off of that?
Almost everyone would call me. They were super surprised. We got a real $2 bill with the card in the tank.
And that would have been, I mean, you figure you fill up,
Like 3 days, yeah.
yeah, you fill up a customer's tank anywhere from 3 to 7 days later. Because like I said, again, no one raised their hand when I asked if you like getting phone calls. So I'm gonna go ahead and assume that everyone that didn't raise their hand is also not gonna raise their hand if I ask you if you like making phone calls. Because I don't make phone calls. I don't call anybody. Text, Facebook, however they contacted me is how I do business. The follow-up does happen though. Again, that's part of my brand. The difference is I found an easier way to follow up. Facebook has literally set itself up to be my CRM. That's why when I sell a car, I try and add every single customer on Facebook. What happens in a year when you took a picture? You get a Facebook memory. It says, hey, you took this picture with Zach Devine 1 year ago. I'll comment on it. Boom, top of mind awareness. Facebook tells me their birthday. I never miss a birthday. Every morning I wake up, the first thing I do is I go in and I wish all my customers happy birthday. Every single person. I never miss anything as long as I have it on Facebook. So you can literally leverage these digital, not only marketing, but for follow-up. So my brand is me. My tagline is hashtag it's all fine with fine. I cannot go anywhere in my town without someone, and it's cheesy, trust me guys, I know it's cheesy. It's fine. Honestly, I think the cheesier the better. But I go out in town and I'll have people going, hey, it's all fine with Devine. Hey, Devine, what's up, man? And you're just like, I don't even really know that guy. But he knows me. That's all that matters. For some, it's easier than others. Again, what's your name?
Wendell.
Wendell? Wendell wears you wear that hat every day? I'm
Most
guessing?
days.
Right. I would too. Because if that's you, guess what? That's my brand. I'm doing something. We had a Brent, do you remember off the top of your head, how long did Hat Wilson work for our?
Since almost the day we bought it, so until 01 until he passed.
Okay, what, do you know Hat's first name?
I didn't for the first 8 years, but it was Jerry. Because I saw him at a restaurant and I knew I recognized him, but I didn't know him because he wasn't wearing his hat.
That's branding. That's a brand. And if a customer of his comes in and they go, yeah, man, Jerry was a great guy, and they go, who's Jerry? Well, oh, that was Hat's first name. Oh, I only knew his name was Hat. So that's how you get people to remember your name. That's how you get people when they come into the sales showroom that they go, we deal with Zach. And I have a bunch of guys at the front desk, they'll joke, they'll be like, man, I think all I do here is greet your customers. Everybody knows you. Well, if I own my own business, isn't that what you would want to do? The guy selling 1,000 cars, you know what he says? He goes, I'm the best politician in my town. And if you think about it, that's exactly what it is. You have to go out there, you have to be present. You can't just sit on the lot and expect people and go, yeah, man, I posted to Facebook. I posted all the used cars we got. I told people I sell cars. I told them we got 0%. Yeah, you and every other dealership within a 75-mile radius. So you have to do something that's different. What I do is I like to tell a story. My life is a story. I'll share things that are important to me, but it's also important to show people that you're human. I love sitting in nature. Some people call it hunting. I wouldn't know, I've never killed anything yet. So, but it's funny. People like Jim Adams, I swear, should have a knockoff comedy hunting show. The man, I don't know. He goes hunting, he doesn't see a deer. The next morning he walks out in a suit and tie, and there's a deer standing 7 yards away from him. If you ask anyone around our area about Jim and his hunting, they're gonna tell you a funny story. That's branding. That's something that defines you. So when you find these things, people want to be a part of a story. My story at the beginning, and I have to figure out a way now, 2.5 years into this business, I have to figure out a way to rebrand myself. It's a good problem. At the beginning, my story was, I'm just a normal car salespeople, and also, folks don't know how many cars we sell. So if you only sell 6 cars, or you only sell 12 cars, you only sell 15, you go, I'm never gonna have enough. If you go back just now, and if you've been taking pictures, and you post those, like I have an album on my Facebook that's called The Car Family. Again, cheesy, I know. I've got over 400 pictures uploaded in there. That's about half of what I have. So in 2.5 years, I have about 900 active owners. So you have that area where they can go in and see what you do, and they can see what your story is. My story was, I sold a lot of cars. People couldn't believe it. I was selling 25, 30 cars a month. And they were just like day after day. Well, that story's gotten old. Okay? 2.5 years later, I've averaged 27 cars per month every single month. We can all, you're like, oh, that's great, I'd love to do that. Well, it's great except for the fact that my brand has gotten stale. That's no longer exciting to my consumer. So I have to figure out a way to switch and figure out what I'm going to do to rebrand my business. So make sure the point of that is staying relevant. Stay relevant with your customers. Tell a story. Give them entertainment that they're not getting. You know, anywhere from singing, wearing a cowboy hat, whatever it is about you, you can do something interesting and make it worthwhile to your customer. So, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, one of the funniest things, the time I sold a car on Snapchat, was Matt Maxwell told me to go get on the lot. And me and Matt are really good friends, so I gave him a little crap, and I said, Matt, I said, I'm an inside dog. I'm like, dude, I don't go on the lot. He's like, I need you on the lot. It was kind of a struggle, because you will have a struggle. I don't work a schedule. I'm not expected to be at work at a certain time. I'm not expected to be at work until a certain time. I'm allowed to come and go as I feel necessary. None of my managers ask where I'm at. None of my managers ask what I'm doing. About 8-9 months ago, I was going through that transition where they were like, where are you at? What are you doing? Why are you doing this? Why are you not here? And I'm like, guys, I promise you, I'm not the one you need to worry about. I'm working. Well, where are you? Well, my business isn't at the dealership, so I'm over here, or I'm over here. It took some time for them to realize that every month that board said Zach Devine, 25 cars. Zach Devine, 29 cars. Now, 2.5 years later, I come and go as I please, and they know that the job's gonna get done. So, the biggest thing is making sure everything you're doing is aligning with these two. You have to make sure that your brand is there. You have to make sure that what you're doing matches. Really, that's the biggest things for me that stick out. I wish James was still in here. You guys have an excellent resource. Brent said that he knew 5 people that delivered 25 plus cars a month, and then only remembered 3. I'd say the other 2 people probably weren't very good at branding. Just throwing that out there. Me and James would call and talk so much trash at the end of the month, it wasn't even funny. He'd be like, how many you got? I'd be like, 28. He's like, I got 29. He's like, you're going down. And we just had fun with it, but you guys have that guy here in the dealership. Go ask him questions. We all started, I don't know James' whole story, but I started out as a 5-car guy. So when I stand up here and say, and you guys are like, yeah, that's what everybody says, anybody can do it. Any of you can do it. You just have to make that choice. So, with that being said, of these 3, what questions do you guys have?
Zach, talk to us a little bit about how you use the different social medias. So for instance, how do you use Facebook compared to Instagram, compared to Twitter, compared to Snapchat? And because a lot of us, I think, are used to Facebook, but talk to us a little bit about those other 3 social medias.
So I apologize, I told you I wasn't very good at this, so not to expect a lot out of me, but I kind of went blank there for a second, forgot what I was telling about the story with Matt. So I was telling Matt, like, I'm an inside dog, I don't go outside. He's like, dude, I need you on the lot, get out there, I need coverage. I'm like, well, I don't take ups, so I don't know what coverage I'm gonna give you. And he's like, get out there. So I made this Snapchat story about 10 snaps long, and I'm out walking the lot, and I'm just making fun of Matt. If you know Matt, Matt's a huge social media guy. He's all over social media. Like, I can't go do, if I die, when I die, just go to Matt Maxwell's life, and he's documented all of mine. So, but I'm sitting there, he's in the tower,
And I'm sitting here and I'm like, guys, it's so cold out here. I don't know what to do. It was hot or whatever. And I'm just sitting there. I sold a car off of that. It was being real. It was something that was entertaining. It's something that sticks out in your mind. What you have to ask yourself is, when you get done with all this, your customers back at the office, what did you do to make them remember you? So it doesn't have to, quite honestly, the less you talk about cars in the way that we're used to it, the better. Everything needs to have a purpose. Everything needs to have a story. Everything needs to be pushing your marketing and your brand. So think about that. Think about what you're putting out there that's going to be, my line is entertaining. So I like to entertain people. People pay for entertainment. They spend a lot of money on it. I'm gonna give them free entertainment and give them a story that they want to tune into. What that means for me is top of mind awareness, because that's what all of this breaks down to, is top of mind awareness. I want you, when your person says that they wrecked a car, when the person says that their teenage daughter's turning 16, whenever you're ready to upgrade, the first name that I want you to remember is Zach Devine. Because what that then results into, I've already explained my referral business to you when you've come in. You know that I took great care of you and continue to take great care of you. So whose name are you gonna say? And I don't want you to say, hey, what's your name?
Gary.
Gary?
Gary.
Very nice to meet you. So you're getting ready to be in the market for a car. Hey, you should go see my guy Brent. Okay.
Why is that?
You should go see him. He's good. Are you gonna call him?
Probably not.
Okay. What if I said, oh, you're in the market for a car? You're like, yeah, my cousin or my so-and-so, or the guy that dealt with. Hey man, listen, you've got to go see Brent Lobanoff. But no, listen to me. Before you do that, you have got to go talk to Brent. Do you care if I give Brent your name and number, and he'll reach out to you?
No.
Okay, all right, because I'm telling you, man, it's gonna save you so much time. He's gonna get you. It's just so much easier going to Brent. You've got to go to Brent. Which referral do you want? Because the referrals that I get are, hey Zach, I'm sending you my mom. Here's her number. And then I reach out, and I've got their info, I've got their name, I've got their number, or I get a Facebook message, etc. So that's what you got to think about. I struggled with it at first, figuring out how to get people in, because I'd have people come in and then they wouldn't ask for me, or they'd be like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to ask for Zach. Well, the sale's halfway through, then you end up in an awkward situation where you go, guys, it's really nice to meet you. Gary's gonna take great care of you. Let me know if I can help out, and but that's how I use social media. Basically, tell a story, keep it entertaining, keep it light, keep it fun. So, Facebook, it's family and cars. It's congratulations, my wife tagging me in pictures of our daughter, what my daughter's doing. So my daughter's currently taking horseback riding lessons. She's 3 years old. She's really good at it. My wife will post pictures or videos of it, etc. I'll have customers come in and they'll go, oh my gosh, I seen Lily on that horse the other day. I didn't even know they had my wife on Facebook, anything. Guess what we're talking about now? We're talking about, instead of talking about price, we're talking about all the things that you and I know we will gladly discuss, but we don't want to come up in the first 5 minutes. I don't talk about that because we're talking about my family. So, or what I'm doing. So, like I posted a picture of hunting yesterday. I posted the picture of hunting at 6:58 in the morning, I think. Yeah, at 6:43 in the morning, I posted a picture of hunting. All I said was, always a good start to a day when you can watch nature come alive. Does that have anything to do with the car business? I don't think it does. But I got 2 messages immediately on Facebook Messenger and set 2 appointments while I was sitting in a tree stand. So, that's kind of how my day rolls through. That's why I don't have to be at the dealership
Most people would be like, oh, you're going hunting, you're gonna miss out on opportunities. I don't. Because my opportunities come to my phone. So as long as I have my phone with me, I'm good. Snapchat. As far as I'm concerned, Snapchat, the funnier the better. People want entertainment. It's short videos. I'll still post my family and stuff on there, but for the most part, it's just me. Probably the definitely less serious side of me. So, I mean, it's important that you show people that you're a real person. They have to have something to connect with.
And Zach, I take it that your Facebook setting is to public.
So that was originally why I asked everybody to get their Facebook out, and I'm happy to go over individually or more with everybody. I know everybody's probably they're about done. So, but I'm happy to go over with what a Facebook profile should look like. 100% public. Yes, that means everybody can search you. Yes, that means everybody and anybody that don't know you can see what you do. I don't know about you, but that's exactly what I want. I don't even want you to have to add me as a friend to be able to get my phone number. You have to be as accessible as possible because, again, you're your own business. If you have a roadblock some way, it's hard to get your number, it's hard to do this, people aren't going to contact you. So my phone number is out there. I'm 100% public on everything. I mean, my Facebook profile picture has my phone number on it. So have it 100% open. You know, encourage people to add you on social media. So many people are focused on getting the phone number. I don't need your phone number. I got you on 4 social media sites. You're seeing every single thing I do.
How do you add people on Snapchat? Like, to get your audience, and I assume that when you do a video, that it's on your story, your story.
Snapchat, I don't have a lot of friends on Snapchat, probably have about 150, 200. Normally, Snapchat's kind of perceived as being a little bit more intimate social media. I won't just add a random customer on Snapchat. I really have to know that person or been friends with them for a long time. Facebook, though, I add every single customer that will let me, I add them on Facebook before I post a picture and tag them in it.
When you deliver a car, explain to us the process that you go with your customer, adding them as a friend if they're not a friend already, and getting them to allow you to post a video or a picture. How does the verbiage, how does the conversation go?
So it goes back to, I mean, sales training that we've all heard. Don't ask people to take a test drive. Okay, if I ask you if you want to do something, you have a 50-50 shot. You might say yes, but most people are probably going to say no. So I ask questions that I know I'm going to get the answer to. I want the answer to be yes. So they go, I'm like, hey guys, hey, don't forget we got to take a picture with your car. Oh, no, it's fine. Come on, Brent. Man, last time you traded in that old truck, it's been like 10 years. Let's take a picture so you can remember this. All right. I'm like, plus I get to do all the bragging for you. You don't want to go out and tell everybody, hey, I just bought this $60,000 new truck. Let me do it. And then at that point in time, they're going to kind of open up. Now if somebody says no, I'm like, hey, no problem. And I'll take a picture of them while they're driving off the lot. And it's anonymous, and I'll still post it, say, another one got away or something funny. And then at that point in time when I'm asking them, I'll be like, hey, I'm going to go ahead and add you on Facebook. Is that cool? And make sure you do, especially with like businesses and stuff like that, or you'll kind of get an idea of who they are. Make sure you do ask if they want to be posted on Facebook. That's very important because, I mean, people perceive that that's their personal life, and they do, some people don't want people to know that they bought that $60,000 truck. Maybe it's the business they're in or whatever. So make sure you're respecting that. But Instagram is all about trucks. I post nothing but Tundras on there. Tundras, Tacomas, builds that we do, stuff like that. And I'm not standing up here, guys, and telling you I'm perfect, because I'm not. Again, I can do way more videos that I need to do. I need to post on Instagram more. Again, I need to rebrand myself because it's getting a little bit stale. So I can't tell you to go do this and you're going to be successful. You've got to take and you've got to make that decision to make this your business, and then you've got to take and get 4 or 5 of these things. Again, Alan's obviously very good at video, so that would be the first outlet that if I sat down with Alan and talked to him about back, hey, you're comfortable with video? Are you comfortable being in front of the camera? Okay. I'm not. I don't like it. It makes me nervous. I think I look stupid. I think I sound stupid. We all do, but he's comfortable with it. So the first thing I would do is be getting on video. Get your customers on video. So we all know that customers come in and they say that they want a truck only, and then we call them back 2 weeks later and they say, oh, I bought a Camry. And you're like, huh? You said you wanted a truck. Yeah, I went down and seen Zach, and what I really needed to do is lower my payment, and he showed me that the 17 Camrys have 0%. So to me, what you get out of that call is, normally you probably have someone go, dude, JT, the people didn't even know what they were talking about. They said they wanted a truck and they bought a car. What was I supposed to do? Well, my thing is, you didn't do an interview. You didn't find out what was truly important to them. You didn't find out what the goal of was them. As soon as you start looking at your customers as someone that you want to take care of versus a mark on the board, to me, that's whenever you don't even have to ask for referrals and you're going to get them. Because those people are going to be so impressed with the fact that you're truly interested in helping them, they're going to want to reciprocate, and they're going to want their friends and family to get the same experience.